Today we're unboxing an iPad Air 2 that should be running its original software version, iOS 8. I picked this one up on eBay for around $50. Let's go ahead and get it opened up. And here we go. This is definitely an iPad Air 2 with the super thin design. We can also see this is the space gray color option, and it is a cellular model with this plastic window at the top as well as the SIM card slot. And the condition looks to be fantastic so far. I really don't see any wear at all. Here on the display, we can see pretty much no wear, just maybe some very minor scratches, if any. Let's see if this iPad has any battery power. And it looks like it does. And sadly, it looks like this device has been updated. So I went back to eBay just to check the listing I had purchased. And yes, the device was definitely running iOS 8 in these photos. So this is just one of those sad situations where the seller has updated the device after taking photos of it, but before shipping it. So I'm really bummed that this iPad is not running iOS 8. I definitely knew this day was coming, as most sellers don't understand that you would want to have a device running an older version. So they probably thought they were doing a good thing by updating it prior to sending it out. And it's really funny because I had actually thought about messaging the seller and asking them to not update it. But I ended up talking myself out of it for several reasons. First off, I just didn't want to come across as pushy. And also it's just kind of awkward to explain to the seller that may or may not be technologically inclined. Like, hey, can you erase the device through the settings application rather than connecting it to a computer to preserve the software version? So yeah, needless to say, I talked myself out of messaging the seller and asking them to keep it on iOS 8, and I definitely paid the price here. I always get comments asking me how I get so lucky with legacy iOS devices running their original versions. And this is actually the first time that I have had a device be updated before it was sent to me. And this experience has made me really paranoid, so I'm probably going to be more inclined to message sellers and just make sure I'm getting what I think I'm getting in the future. I really don't think I'm even interested in setting up this iPad running iOS or iPadOS 15. Just because this is a 16GB model and iOS 15 takes up so much more room than iOS 8 would. So this version really does not come with a usable amount of storage on 16GB devices. But thankfully I do have another iPad Air 2 running iOS 8. I filmed an unboxing for this a little over a month ago, so be sure to check that out if you want to see more about this device and its original version. So I was hoping to have another one of these on iOS 8 just because I like to have at least 2 of every device running its original version. And okay, well this iPad really is a total failure now. I decided to set it up on iOS 15 anyway, just to maybe do a speed comparison between the oldest and newest version for the device. And it turns out that the iPad must have had Find My iPad turned on even on iOS 8 before the seller erased the device. So oddly enough, this activation lock actually makes me feel better because even if the device was kept on iOS 8, it still would have had this Apple account attached to it. So I guess you could consider this video a double fail, as not only did we not receive iOS 8, we also received an activation lock device. So this video goes to show that even though 99% of the time I do get incredibly lucky with legacy iOS devices running their original versions, sometimes bad things like this just happen. So hopefully nothing like this ever happens to any of you on eBay. But I just wanted to document my fail here to show that I don't always get so lucky. And I'll definitely be reaching out to the eBay seller to return this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.